You know, the thing I find is that people have such a horrible view of heaven. I mean, even Christians. You know, we think heaven's going to be boring. We picture it like an endless church service. That sounds boring to me, and I'm a pastor, all right? But that's because everything in this life eventually gets boring and frustrating. You know why? Because this is not the life we were meant for. It's temporary. And this life is really more a shadow of the real life to come. In fact, it says that in Hebrews 8:5, that the tabernacle God had Moses develop or build, says they serve in a system of worship, that tabernacle, that's only a copy, a shadow of the real one in heaven. So if what we experience here is just a shadow of the real life to come, think about the beauty of earth and imagine beauty in new dimensions of time and space, because that's another commonality. So after observing their lifeless body for a little bit, people say they move, and they describe it going through a tunnel or a pathway. They describe it different ways. I kind of wonder if that's like going through a wormhole from our time-space dimensions into God's, multi-dimensional universe. But Paul says this of it. He says, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love him. And Isaiah saw this, he had a vision of heaven, and the angels were declaring, holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty. The whole earth is full of his glory. So think about that for a second. Think of the beauty of earth, all the beauty of earth, and how it points to something glorious about God, and yet this creation is wounded, it's marred. It's the messed up version. So why would we think where God lives, creation would be less than this? Romans 8 says, all creation, this earth is waiting eagerly for the future day when God will reveal who his children really are. Against its will, this creation was subjected to God's curse. But with eager hope, the creation looks forward to the day when it'll join God's children in glorious freedom from death and decay. For we know all creation is groaning as in the pains of childbirth right up to the present time. Earth labors under famine and disease and death and destruction, because it's not the one to hang on to. But there is a real life and a real world, more beautiful, more concrete than this one ever was.